All right, now that we've got ourselves cut out, we're kind of a little paper doll sort of thing here on our canvas. Again, with the lasso tool. We've got the magic wand, we've used that. We've got other things. We've got the polyline. We've even got a selection pen where you can start drawing, and where everything is in green, that is selected. So, what I want you to do with this picture of yourself, start doing some crazy odd things like cut out your head. We're now going to go with the edit tools, so scale and rotate. For me, it's here on this little bar. If not there for you, go to your edit, transform, scale and rotate. So, again, remember shift to constrain proportions. What I do want to do is just increase the scale of my head. Oh, that's so big it goes off the page. Well, what we could do, here, let's cancel that for a second. We're going to go to this Move Layer button. Alright, so I've moved my layer, and I'm going to go back to reselect. Oh, nope, that won't work. The layer moved. So, lasso tool. I'm going to carefully, whoops. I won't worry about that. I'll fix that. All right. I think a little bigger. There we go. Can I get that centered? That's not bad. Okay. So, again, with the lasso tool, amazing how handy this thing is. I'm going to just cut away some of that. Look at that, you can't even tell that there's something weird going on with my neck there. Well, maybe a little bit. So what I will do though, I'm going to grab a pencil tool. So just any kind of normal pencil tool, right? And what I'm going to do, remember the alternate key is the eyedropper. I'm going to use the eyedropper and pick some of the colors that are already naturally found in my neck. I'm going to erase a little bit of that. Oh, did that work or make it better? Alright. Don't just solidly fill in these areas. Make sure to kind of keep going back and picking odd colors. In fact, I could even get a little pinkness for my neck if I wanted. A little bit from my face or right here on my neck. But fill that all in. Right, that might have got a little too pink there, that's alright. There's some other color, some greenish color reflected from my t-shirt it looks like. There we go. I can barely tell there was a head cut off right there. Let's look at the layer palette again just for a moment. I'm going to copy. You could do that in edit as well. Copy. And when you paste, notice it created a new layer for that. And the reason I wanted to do that instead of doing the same thing over the top of the same layer that we were on, I want to enlarge my eyes, not have the white gap, but also notice how I'm going beyond the side of my head. I am gonna look weird. Got the pencil tool, you've got the alternate key. Use the alternate key to grab various colors and kind of just run those colors a little bit over the edges. Yikes. Alrighty, so what I'm going to do now is click back on the one we were working on, the one that says me copy, and I'm going to now grab some arms. Again, we're going to transform them. Let's do this. Deselect while the arm is detached. I'm going to cut off that corner of it. Yeah, I think that'll work pretty good. Transform it. We're just going to simply move it over here, kind of like that. We'll probably fill in just like we did with the neck or around the face. And I'm going to transform the hand so that it is rotated up like that, except I'm also going to enlarge my hand like that. Alrighty. Of course, that looks like one of those little foam hands you wear. So I need to get rid of some of the stuff that doesn't look right. Right there. When you have a selection like this and you need to make a new one nearby, but they're kind of in the way of each other, so if I try to start a selection within there, what happens is if I'm just moving that one, all you got to do is just sort of tap somewhere else on your screen and that'll go away. So there I am with a really big hand. I'm going to go back to my pencil and my eyedropper tool with the Alt key. Oh, so another thing I want to show you with the selection tool. Let me get this out of here. So we're going to do something with this pinky finger really quick. Go back to the lasso tool. When we do the scale rotate tool, I'll zoom in, but I don't know if it's going to help you see very well. Right there is a little plus sign right in the middle of my selection. In the middle of the transform tool, there's a little plus sign. If you click and drag that plus sign elsewhere, that plus sign is the rotation point of this whole box. So when I'm out here at one of the corners, not on a corner, just beyond a corner, and go to rotate, it rotates where that little plus sign is. See that? So I could put it on the tip of the pinky finger, and now the finger rotates there. Let's look at the layer palette again for just a second. let's look at the eye layer. We're going to duplicate that. So I'm going to double click that layer, the new layer's title, and call it third. Whoops. Accidentally hit the enter key. Third eye. All right. So go back to the move layer. I'm literally going to just move those away for a second. Let me get rid of this. All right. So the important part of this layer are the two eyes. For a third eye, I need an eye that doesn't have really a specific side of my head that it should be on, right? So let's invert the selected area. That's going to erase everything outside the selection. I'm going to chop this eye in half. Get rid of that. Chop this eye in half here. Opposite side, get rid of that. Move these two eyes together. Oh, whoops. Oh, just moved it ever so slightly wrong. If you're in Clip Studio Paint with a keyboard, you can use the arrow keys for a really fine adjustment. So, like this. Left or right. Notice how, let me zoom way in. One click of the arrow key is literally one pixel. So that's a very handy thing to know as well. There's my third eye. Colors are not perfectly the same. We can of course fix all that. Now since this is on a totally different layer, I'm going to use the move layer tool, and move that back into where it should be. Have fun with this project, and if you have any questions, let me know.